That's that pipsqueak strength for you. I gotta knock some sense into these MMA fans, man. Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor Emelianenko. This ain't Peaches and Creamville. Peaches and Creamville. Peaches and Creamville. Topuria in the house. Dude, let's see if is Volk there? Oh, I thought they were gonna pan over to Volk. Oh, they're already treating Ilya like he's the champ. This is pissing me off. They didn't even do this for Yair, bro. The UFC wants Topuria to win so badly, bro. They hate Volk. UFC hates Volk. I hope Volk freaking picks apart this jiu-jitsu nerd. Topuria is a jiu-jitsu nerd. He's a glorified jiu-jitsu nerd. I'm joking. He's obviously a freaking Chad. He throws big punches. He's a boxer too. He's entertaining. But I hope Volk destroys him. I really hope Volk annihilates this guy. It's going to be the most satisfying victory I've ever witnessed. Volk is Macedonian and Greek, yeah. All right. They just showed Ilya for 2 minutes. Let's see how long they spend on Volkanovski. I guarantee it's going to be like 20 seconds. 20 seconds on Volk. Yeah, let's go! Dude, I'm getting hyped just watching this. Oh, I hope Volk beats him so bad. Volk will make Topuria look like dog shit. I hope so. I hope Volk TKOs him on the ground. Makes him quit. Emmett is basically Volk. Okay, stop. Emmett is Volk. Ah, screw you, Ilya. Ilya is small compared to Volk. Like, he is not as big as him. Ilya is a freaking mouth breather. Honestly, I just hope it goes to the decision so Volk can get his hand raised. Is he going to be in for rude shock? Like, Volk does get hit in his fights. That's the issue. I mean, Volk got hit a lot against Max. Whether he dominated a couple of those fights or not, he still got hit. Volk got hit against Ortega. He got hit against Yair. He got hit against Islam. Like, he's going to get hit in this fight. He's probably going to get knocked out, unfortunately. Topuria will win, but I really want Volk to win, guys. Dude, I hate how they show the fat Volk pic nowadays. Look at Volkanovski on the screen. That's like the worst version of him ever. And that's the representation people have on Google. Fuck. It's not good for Volk. Not good at all for him. He looks like a 50-year-old man trying to relive his glory days. It's like if it's that's like, you know, you're walking into walking in your house and you see your father wearing his old army uniform. That's what Volk looks like. He looks like an old man wearing his old army trunks. Volk's going to get KO'd. I'm telling you, Volk is going to get knocked out bad. It's going to be an ugly, ugly one. And I'm not looking forward to it at all, dude. That last... It all comes down to his last decision to fight Islam on short notice. If he didn't do that, I'd be picking him to win. And he would have a good chin. This is why I made like a bunch of videos calling Volkanovski a fool going into the last one. Because that is the fight that is going to ruin his legacy. Not one loss. It's what the loss means. And we're living in the nightmare right now. We are living in the Volkanovski's decline. It's real. It's already happening. He didn't go out the natural way, which is just, you know, losing when you start to get old. Volk freaking rushed his decline by getting knocked out by Makhachev. Because he probably would have beat Ilya. I think Volk's going to get knocked out, yeah. Oh, okay, nice. I'm happy that they're calling him the consensus greatest featherweight of all time. Shout out to Gooden for mentioning that. It's gut-wrenching. I can see Ilya going after him aggressively at the start and hurting him immediately. I don't think he's going to do that. I think Ilya is going to be patient. He's going to warm up into the fight. Volkanovski's going to be hitting his guard. That's the thing. I just don't see Volk being able to hit Ilya that easily. He'll kick him, though. I'm excited to see that because Volk is going to kick the shit out of Ilya Topuria. He's going to kick the shit out of him. That's Volk's way to win the fight. I'll make a whole video on it. If Volk wins, I'll be the happiest man alive. Yeah, Ilya does not just rush out like that on anyone. He's somewhat patient. I think Ilya is going to get starstruck when he's in the ring with Volk. You never acknowledged how freaking amazing Volk's team is at game planning when he gets a full camp. I never acknowledged that. I have acknowledged that in my previous breakdowns on Volkanovski, and I will bring that up in my next video on it. I just wanted to get out a video on why I'm picking Ilya to win, the round I think he's going to win in, so I can have it on the thumbnail so that people can verify my official pick after the fight. But I will get out a more in-depth breakdown, and I'll talk about the specifics training. And I still think Volk is the better guy, and I'll talk about it in my video. But I also know that Ilya is really good too. Either way, he took damage in the Makhachev fight. That was a bad knockout. And it's only been 4 months. Again, I'd be picking Volkanovski if it weren't for that KO. And not everyone gets knocked out after they initially get KO'd. It doesn't always happen, but it can happen quite often in these lighter weight classes. A lot of guys get knocked out multiple times in a row in the lighter weight classes. Gonna crack that chinny chin chin and put Ilya in his place. You think that Volk is gonna crack Ilya's chinny chin chin? Ilya doesn't really have that chinny chin of a chin. He's good at putting his head down, and he can take punches quite well. Ilya's issue, like Volk, are head kicks. 24-hour prayer ritual streams for Volk. 24-hour prayer ritual streams. I'm not going to do a 24-hour stream for Volk before UFC 298, but I'll be talking about how much I want him to win leading up into it. I can't wait to see Volk chirping at Ilya and saying, yeah, same with me. If he starts beating Ilya up and he starts busting his face up and Ilya's wobbling around on his legs because they're jelly from all the kicks, that's going to be the best moment ever. The worst thing ever would be to see Volkanovski start to dominate the fight, and then he gets overly cocky and Ilya sleeps him over the top. Volk does one of these, yeah, and then Ilya comes over the top like a Weidman Silva moment. The only thing that could get worse than that is if Ilya wins a robbery decision. Oh, that'll be the worst, man. If Ilya gets the robbery decision, I'm going to rage like never before. Learn some basic manifestation of magic if you want Volk to win. I'll be burning incense in my dungeon. Interesting. I'm just going to freaking pray for Volk. Muzz and do the Ziz dance if Volk wins. I will. The fight with Yair was so goddamn impressive. Real utter domination. He was absolutely ragdolling Rodriguez. Made him look like he doesn't belong there. I know. He could do that to Ilya. He may be able to do that too. I'm not counting him out that much, guys. I'm just picking against him because I don't think he will win ultimately, but he still has a decent chance. Lucas resorting to dark arts. No, I'm not going to resort to the dark arts. What's going to happen is going to happen, man. And Topuria, gas, ground game. What do you mean? He has an ass ground game, unlike Yair? I mean, his ground game's pretty decent, but he may not be great off of his back. I doubt he's great off of his back. Naked stream if Volk wins? No. Not going to do that, man. Topuria couldn't finish a wild man Emmett, which is not a good look, to be fair. It isn't a good look. I hope Volkanovski has an Emmett chin. If he has an Emmett chin, he's going to win because he'll be able to recover. But Ilya is going to be better. Ilya is going to be improved from the Emmett fight. He's still young. He's going to be better. It's going to be the best version ever. Unless he shows up like severely injured. That could be Volk's way to win. If Ilya gets injured before the fight. Thank you for the $5, the fam god. I'm going to pray the opposite prayer of what you pray. Volk needs this loss. You're going to be hard to stomach if Volk flukes his way. Volk can't fluke his way to a victory. There's no way he can fluke his way to victory. Volk wins on skills. You're just going to be running from the truth if Volk wins, and we're going to have to start talking about him, how he's the GOAT. I'll say he's the second best ever. If Volk wins, he's the second best ever. He wins 2 more, and he's on top. He's on the top of that list. Yeah, Volk is the least fluky fighter I could think of. He doesn't have any flukes. Volk is not like a single punch KO guy. Volk has a terrible chin? No, he doesn't. But he may now. Yep, see, Volk needs to get laid out. I mean, you're probably going to get what you want, man, because it's just not looking good for him. Thank you for the $2, fam god. It's not looking good for Volk. Lucas, this isn't glazing because I still disagree with you on things, but I'm a Volk fan now. If he beats Topuria, he's the GOAT. He might actually be, though. We'll have to talk about it. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself before he actually beats him. He may not beat him. And I don't want to have the mindset of Volk's going to get the win and he's going to become the GOAT. Like, I could have been thinking that going into the first fight with Islam. If he wins this, he becomes the GOAT. He probably would have been. But don't want to get your hopes up too high. That's why I'm still going with Topuria. If you guys haven't seen my Volkanovski How He Wins breakdown, check it out. It's a 25-minute video. But I'm still picking Topuria, bro. Just because I just think Volk's going to get KO'd, unfortunately. I think he's better. If Volkanovski fights his usual fight, if he can actually let go his hands and still be defensively sound and his takedowns are there and he's fighting smart, he should win. But I'm worried that he's going to be either too tentative or too aggressive. And I could see Volk hurting Ilya with something, wobbling him, getting too aggressive. The round ends, and then he's got a lot of confidence going back to his stool, and then Ilya just chins him in a second. Well, Volk puts his foot on the gas a little bit too much. I'm going with Ilya Topuria, second round KO. I think Volk is going to have success early. I just see him getting a little bit overly confident on the feet.
after some early success, entertaining the stand-up a little bit too much. And I think he's going to catch a big shot in the second when it seems like the tide is going towards Volkanovski and the momentum is shifting a little bit. And we're starting to say to ourselves, holy fuck, Volk's looking pretty good here. I think we're going to see Ilya catch Volkanovski with a big shot and put him away.
I know what the hell I'm talking about.